What was your reaction to having a line mate from Ohio State join you, and what can you tell us about him?
It was so dope. I mean, we shared a great bond at Ohio State, and just hearing his name called in the sixth round, it was like, like let's go. It was like an ecstatic moment. Having a center, I mean, from college going up to the next level. I mean, probably in practice we'll be calling plays and we'll be on the same page. Just it's just the bond, honestly. And I appreciate that, and it was a good note.
What do you like about his game that you think will translate well here?
Just run off the ball, being physical. That's what he loves to do. He's smart. He's a master of the game. And once you're smart, you really got the game in your bag.
Do big people run in your family?
Yes, they do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like like who else is
I
like
wouldn't
six
say
eight,
nobody's
7'4"?
tall. Nobody's tall, but my family's like a bigger type family. I'm probably the tallest of everybody. Next tallest person probably like 6'4". It's not really that tall. Like compared to me, I mean, they see me every day, every other family event. I mean, it's nothing to
Like
them.
it's big brothers or your dad big or you know?
Nah, nobody's really big. I'm telling you, like if you look at my family, you would just be like, how did he get so big?
Hey, Dwayne, we saw the tweet. What was your reaction to the reports about the NBA stuff?
It, it was just a crazy tweet. I mean, I just had to just take it in. I mean, the question was just different. I mean, during not the combine, but the interviews. But I just feel like just wasn't the real truth. And, what I mean, and I'm not gonna speak on it, but it just wasn't right in my opinion. To just leak something that wasn't, what I mean, right about the right.
Do you feel like you have to prove that you love the NFL and or love football, and is that something like you feel like you've had to do in college?
I definitely feel like I had to do that a lot in college to prove that I love football. I mean, I got that question asked in almost every interview. Do I love football? And I told almost every team. I mean, turn on the tape, and you can just see it on my film. I mean, I play with the anger and aggression. Just it just comes from the heart. You just don't want nobody to touch the quarterback, and that's just my main goal.
When you're going through that process, obviously you want to put the best foot forward. You want to show teams, what you can bring to them. But I guess just on from a human standpoint, how frustrating was it for you to get that same question over and over and over again, and how difficult was it for you to really project a positive response every time?
It got annoying, but my agent prepared me for it. I work with a couple of GMs. They told me they're going to ask you the same question. It don't matter where you go. They're going to ask you what's your passion and how much do you love football. I was just waiting for it every time. And that's when that tweet came out. It was just kind of caught me off guard. I mean, I talked about it in almost every meeting that I love football. I basically get a shirt off my back for football. And I just feel like it just didn't get across. And I feel like it finally got across when I tweeted it. My first 2 years and my first start as a tackle was at left tackle during the Michigan State game, 2020.
And why did you end up
The following year, just presented itself, and they had Nick on the left, and just Coach Stud just wanted me to right.
Has Coach Callahan told you we're going to cross train you guys?
Yes, sir.
Devon, you go back to your first year at Ohio State, as you're kind of getting acclimated to that. Thayer was talking a little bit about just kind of battling some of the frustrations and trying to overcome some of that. Can you talk about those frustrations and how difficult is that transition from one level to the next and mentally not letting it kind of overwhelm you?
I would just say, I'm more so in my head, if anything. I'm always trying to be a perfectionist. It's just something that I craft myself on, just not messing up. And, Thayer would just tell me, I mean, just relax, take your time. Even today, first day, Coach Callahan was like, I mean, it's the first day, I mean, just knowing myself, I want to get it and be ahead and be advanced than everybody else. That just comes apart playing the game and just being, my competitive nature, I feel like.
And how important?
I'm gonna go here first, and then I'm gonna go there.
How important was it for you? I guess going back to the tweet, like Scott asked you about, to kind of change that perception about you as soon as you could. That this is just a big guy who wants to be a basketball player or whatever. That like you really do. This is part of your dream, I guess.
I thought about it. I mean, I was just sitting there, and I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna just sit there and not say nothing. And I feel like I didn't go overboard, and I just, I mean, I just said it wasn't true, and I feel like I handled it like a man. A couple other people just told me you handled it really well. It's going to be haters and stuff like that, but you just got to make sure you manage it to the best of your ability.
How close did you come to taking that basketball path?
I came probably 2% close. You know, Coach Cindy up the road at Kent State, he offered me, and I told him at the end of it, you know, he told me he had to give up a scholarship, and you know, I said I'll take a chance for myself, and I'll play football. And that Monday, I got offered by Mississippi State, and so you know, it worked out for the best for me. You know, went to Ohio State, and now I'm here.
How fun was it? How fun was it to dominate basketball?
It was pretty fun. You know, played against a good group of guys. You know, John Michael, Trace Jackson Davis. You know, Dell Davis' son. You know, he's Mr. Basketball. So it was a battle every time I went against those guys.
You're gonna be a pretty fierce rim protector, I imagine.
Me being that really ain't my suit. You know, I'm more back to the basket. I'm trying to score the ball, and I'm probably wall up. I say I'm not trying to block the shot.
You're big, but you don't look overweight. Are you where you want to be right now?
I'm not where I want to be, but you know, I mean, I'm on track. You know, I'm just losing weight every week. You know, I mean, 2 pounds is just what I need to do every week to be better.
Well, you played against David Bell in high school, didn't you, basketball?
Correct.
What do you remember about that?
Does he have the upper hand? He does have the upper hand.
He does.
He's beat me I think almost every time I played him, and the time we was gonna play him, he didn't get it. He didn't get to make it, and so I do got him up on the championships. Like I got mine first. I will say that.
There's a hoop out there.
Yeah, we both have basketball and football state championships.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, it might not be fair because David's not here to defend himself, but who's the better individual player, do you think, between you and David?
Where'd you say I was going earlier? Kent State?
Hey, Dawand, how motivated are you by going into full-time?
You know, I just got to put my head down and work. You know, it was shocking, you know, in my opinion, but you got to control what you can control, honestly.
How have you been able to maintain your athleticism? Typically, guys of your size find that to be challenging. You're either strong or you're quick. You have both of those. Just how are you able to maintain that?
Just working on your footwork, you know, ladders, anything. You know, I still just go do post work just so my feet is moving in just different directions. And honestly, this is really it, footwork.
Dawand, obviously you took advantage of your opportunity at Ohio State. You kind of view this in a similar way in that this is going to be my livelihood going forward, and it's up to me to do what I can do.
It kind of feels like my freshman year all over again. You know what I mean? Just the next step is it's all football. It's no school. You know what I mean? You go home, you're going to do football, and I love it, and I just can't wait, honestly.
But what did you study at Ohio State?
Human development, family science, and a minor in communications.
Do you have a degree? Your degree yet? Or
No, I didn't get it. I'm close. I'm probably a semester away.